morning. How are we doing, guys? So a bit of a fat loss day of eating today. This last few months I've been gaining really well in the gym. I've put some size on, some strength. It's going amazing. I've started to accumulate a little bit of body fat, so I thought I'm going to do a little mini cut over the next few weeks. So 2 weeks back I was 245 pounds. This morning I'm 231 pounds. I've dropped a whole stone of weight, which is 14 pounds. So we're off to a flying start. Check out my full day of eating, how much lovely food I get to eat, lots of volume, lots of flavour, lots of colours. It's really amazing. And check back regularly with these What Eating a Day vlogs to see how just the weight falls off me, get really ripped, and I get to enjoy loads of delicious food. Cheers. For breakfast today I'm having high protein banana bread. Here's yesterday Gemma with the recipe.
Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Line a 9 by 5 inch bread pan with parchment paper and set aside. Mix 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed with 6 tablespoons of water and set aside. In a bowl, mix together 150 grams of oat flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, which is optional, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 2 scoops of protein powder. We've gone for the Vivo Perform vanilla one. Add in 65 grams of raisins, 35 grams of crushed pecans, 35 grams of crushed walnuts, and give it another mix. In a blender, combine 115 grams of dates, 210 ml of soya milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar until smooth. In a bowl, mash 3 medium bananas with a fork until fairly smooth, and then add in the date mixture and combine again. Now add in the flax, eggs, and give it one final mix. Transfer that bowl of wet ingredients to the bowl of dry ingredients and mix well. Transfer the mixture to your prepared tin and put it in the oven for 45 minutes. Give it a check after 25 minutes, and if the top of the banana bread starts to turn a little bit brown, you can cover it with some foil for the remainder of the cooking time. Once you remove it from the oven, you need to let it sit for around 2 hours until it is completely cooled. This will allow the middle to firm up nicely, ensuring that it's completely cooked all the way through.
Well done, madam. That's all I can say. So I'm going to cut it into 3. No, sorry, cut it into half, but then I'm going to cut the half into 3 pieces, I should say. Just because odd numbers of things look better when you plate them up.
Oh, that looks good inside.
These bananas are a little overripe, but I'm hoping I can get some half attractive looking pieces. Did you know that these greens are completely edible?
Yeah, you can put them in smoothies, can't you?
Whack them in a smoothie if you don't want to waste them. They're a bit on the bigger side relative to the banana bread, really, but I think I can make it look good somehow.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll do it uniform. I think I'll just put the odd bit of something here and there and sort of hope for the best, really. Something like this.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely.
I'm going to go in with a little almond butter. A bit more vitamin E, healthful fats.
Oh, lovely.
And, whoa!
Oh, what else? Oh,
I'm not even done. I've got these violas. These are edible flour. And that's going to look good. Maybe we'll put 1 on each. Should I go different colours or should I do all the same colour?
Different.
I think purple on here. And then maybe I'll put some different colours around. So we are about the only species of primates that don't regularly eat flowers. Like, they're full of antioxidants. The colours are the antioxidants. So I think what I'm going to do is just like pop a bit of fruit and some more flowers round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. And don't say do with your partner. Is that something?
Yeah, why not?
We forgot the mint leaves.
Oh yeah!
Where the bloody hell are they?
In the drawer somewhere. You really made this breakfast look like a piece of art.
Yeah. That's how you win the clicks, and that's how you grow your Instagram account, apparently. Just make it look pretty. But you know, this is the most antioxidant rich herb, so you're adding nutrients as well. It's not just all for show.
Yeah. You know, if you want to make this, you don't have to go to all this effort. You could just literally make the banana bread and eat it, you know.
Or if you want to impress your partner on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, good point.
No, you don't.
This would be a good, like, travel type breakfast. You know, if you have to get going in the mornings, just like bake one of those and take some slices with you in the morning. I mean, most people wouldn't eat this much probably. For most people, it could last like 3 or 4 days, I reckon, that loaf.
Yeah. It's such a work of art. It seems like they're ashamed to eat it, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Oh. If you'd like to optimize your health, body shape, or performance with a vegan diet, then please check out my new online nutrition course. I've launched it at a low introductory price. It contains 14 videos, 3 cookbooks, and masses of downloadable and printable PDFs, including a complete nutrition chart for all ages and stages of life, so you can be sure that the whole family is thriving. This is amazingly delicious. It's got plenty of protein to maintain my muscles as I'm in a caloric deficit trying to burn that fat off. Speaking of which, this will be just enough to fuel me for my big old bike ride. There's a couple of rope swings, mate. Are you going to try it?
No, thank you. Maybe on a warmer day.
Yeah. How cool. I mean, we're right in the city centre, but we've got this little bridleway just from near our home. And we just shoot down there and it's all trees and fields.
Yeah, it goes for miles, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sometimes we see some horses or cows.
Yeah.
Get to hang out with them. Yeah, I feel very lucky where we are.
Yeah.
Very lucky. It's lunchtime and a break with tradition. I'm making my own lunch for once. Give Gemma the afternoon off. So I want something nice and quick. So I'm going to use these seitan pieces. These are marinated in ginger and soya sauce from Bayona. Very, very tasty. 35 grams of protein in there, so that's massive. I'm going to make a little vegetable and seitan stir fry. Bok choy, red pepper. Gonna make a carrot into batons. Some mushies. We'll add baby corn. Ideally I'd add Monty, but these are sugar snaps. Same thing. Oh, and we'll add some fresh chilli too. A couple of cloves of fresh garlic. And we're grating some ginger as well. Now we'll steam fry until the onion is translucent. Now we'll add in the seitan. Just going to add a little splash more tamari. Finished off with some microgreens just to make it extra snazzy. Just adds a few extra nutrients as well. Microgreens are quite nutritionally dense. In my view, seitan really takes the place of beef. This is so well flavoured. You really don't have to miss out being vegan. You miss out on nothing. Just takes a little bit of skill and knowledge. For dessert, I'm going with black grapes, pomegranate, cherries. Got some almond butter there as well, about 3-4 tablespoons. I've added in like mint leaves, I've added some flowers. Oh, I'll do a little dash of cinnamon as well. These things, they make it look like much better, but they also add like many more antioxidants in there as well, making it even healthier. Now get out of here, I'm gonna devour this. Thank you. Well, it's dinner time. What are you making for dinner, lady?
This.
Oh, you're making a book for dinner.
Yeah, I'm making you a book.
Dr. Alan Desmond, the plant-based diet revolution. Oh,
I'm making this.
handsome. What is it?
I've not made it before.
Miso aubergine with tofu fried rice. Lovely.
Never had a bad meal out of this book.
No.
Really good.
It's a great book, and he's a lovely man. You should follow him on the gram.
Yeah.
Additional, he very kindly endorsed our course recently. Look, what a guy.
Step 1 is to preheat the oven to 190 degrees Celsius. Now we make the dressing for the aubergine. What do they call it in America? Eggplant.
Mother eggplant.
The eggplant. And 1 tablespoon of miso. 1 tablespoon of tahini. Half a tablespoon of rice vinegar.
Some people call that rice wine vinegar.
And half a tablespoon of water. And give it a mix. Cut your aubergine in half lengthways. Now we're going to put some crosses on there.
Cross hatching.
Yeah. Now I'm going to sit them in a roasting tray. And now we're going to spread this mixture on top of them. Add 4 tablespoons of water to the bottom of the pan. And cover it in tin foil. Place it in the oven for 25 minutes. Now I'm going to make the tofu fried rice. I'm going to start by pressing the tofu for 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to peel and grate some ginger. I'm going to peel and chop a couple of cloves of garlic and chop 2 spring onions. Now I'm going to coarsely chop the tofu. This recipe calls for 150 grams, which is about half of that block. So we're going to add it to a non-stick pan and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Remove the aubergines from the oven, take off the foil and put them back in for 15 to 20 minutes until the aubergines are tender and sticky. Oh, I forgot to chop my chilies. So what do you reckon? How much chili would you like in here?
Big lid at it.
I don't like touching them because I feel like they can make my fingers sting sometimes, so I hold it by the stalk, I do. I'm not very tough when it comes to chilies. I'm going to add a touch of water to the pan now, not too much. And then we'll add the spring onions, the chili, the garlic, ginger and some peas.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't need all that ginger. Cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Now we're going to add in some lime, about 1 tablespoon, and about a tablespoon of tamari. Now at this stage you need to add in some rice. We've got this rainbow coloured rice. Look at this. So if you want to know how to make your rice coloured naturally, you have to check out the sushi video, rainbow sushi video we did recently. That was a good video, wasn't it?
That's really good. I'll put the link below.
Yeah. I'm just going to microwave this for a couple of minutes. So now what I need to do is put a third of this into a third of each of these, if that makes sense.
Well, I'm excited to give these bad boys a little try. Yum, really savoury. For dessert, for some extra protein, I've got soy yogurt, got a bit of apple, mandarin, raisins, got Brazil nuts and pumpkin seeds. We'll get this done. We'll get on the computer, I'll have a look on Chronometer, we'll look at the macros and micros for the day so you can see how I got on. Okay, so first of all, you'll see I ate a massive range of diverse different plant foods. A good target to aim for is at least 30 different plants in a week. I hit well over 30 in a day there, so I'm particularly pleased about that. So here's all the foods. I did have an additional protein shake between meal 1 and meal 2, and another between meal 2 and meal 3. It's just useful when you're dieting to have a higher percentage of protein in the diet. My macros came out a bit different than usual. Oh, and just first to say, I hit 3,658 calories. That's about 1,000 calorie deficit, so I should be losing about 2 pounds per week now. Around there. Normally I hit about 25 protein, 25 fat and 50 carbs when I'm dieting. I went a bit higher fat today. I'm trying to show you some different things and not just show the same old thing every time, and that's how it came out. But you know, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I'm sure it's not going to be the death of me. Total protein for the day, 232 grams, so that was no issue. Net carbs 351 and fat was 132. Now I got a lot of things right. I did get a couple of things wrong today. If we look at fats, I only got 5.5 grams of omega-3 relative to 39 of omega-6. Now, we don't want more than a 3 or 4 to 1 ratio in favour of omega-6. Normally, I'll have, depending on if I'm cutting or maintaining or bulking, I'll have 4 to 6 tablespoons of ground flax or chia. I just had the one today in the banana bread. I meant to put ground flax and chia on my yogurt and fruit later in the day, but I just forgot because it's not the usual thing I do. So I'm a bit high in omega-6, but you know, I won't worry about that for one day. And I did take a direct DHA supplement as well, so that's not so bad from that perspective. Total saturates, nice and low. Ideally, I'd like to see that a little lower though, in all honesty. But I think just my total fats was so high today. So you can see here, I've hit all the B vitamins. I nearly got all the B12 just from my food. Of course, I take a supplement for that. Choline, I don't like to have. The RDA, I think the RDA, well, it's not an RDA, it's an AI, it's an adequate intake, and I think it's set far too high. There is science to suggest that 300 milligrams should be absolutely fine for most people, and it's really more conditionally essential. As long as your methionine, which is an essential amino acid, your folate and your B12 are high enough, you shouldn't really need very much of it at all. We actually make our own. All the other vitamins you can see, lovely and high. Vitamin D, of course, we get from the sun, but I take a supplement for that as well. But smashed them all, you can really see that. And minerals, similarly, all completely smashed. Sodium, 3,556.7. That's a little bit high, and that is a real risk factor for Alzheimer's and stuff. A lot of that would have come from, I had a couple of processed foods in there, such as the seitan. Going forwards, I won't be having the liquid out of that seitan. I saw how much sodium was in there and nearly cried. So as you can see, I get to eat tons of food. It's delicious, it's super nutritious, it's like a cheat code to fat loss. It's freaking amazing, guys. I am not kidding. Speaking of fat loss, we're doing our bit of exercise now.
Evening walk, we do it every night. It's like I nearly fell over, so a chance to connect. And we like to go out when the sun is setting, get that light, in our eyes of the sunset, and it tells your brain, start producing, melatonin and things, ready for sleep. So it actually helps you to sleep, to get the sunset in your eyes. Yeah,
so that's super good. And also, we've been practicing our speech on our walk as well, haven't we?
Yeah, for the campout, every night we rehearse it.
We've been killing 2 tofus with 1 stone. Yeah, we're on the main stage at Vegan Campout this year, so hope you'll come and see us. We're very excited, slightly nervous. It's going to be maybe up to 10,000 people in there in the actual talk, more at the actual thing, so that'll be amazing. And last little note, we're going to start doing some real high quality coaching. I used to coach ages ago and it was quite basic. I just wrote out a basic plan and I tried to make it quite cheap for people, and this time around I want to really work one-on-one with people. Gemma's helping out as well. She's writing the meal plans for people, all be bespoke. It's going to be real high quality, real hands-on. So comment below if there's something that you think that you might be interested in. We want to just get an idea of who might be interested.
Like weight gain, muscle gaining or fat loss, some specific goal you really want. You want someone to work one-on-one with you to help you achieve it.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
So let us know, and in the meantime, now click this.